What's up, everybody? It is the Best Spot Kid Smooth, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm reviewing Godfall, the Ultimate Edition. Man, so Godfall has finally come to the Xbox Series consoles. This was originally a launch title for the PlayStation 5. I played a little bit on there. Didn't have the best of time with it. Fortunately, I experienced a bug and I extremely dropped the game and kind of just told everybody how much I really didn't care for the game. But fast forward 16 months later, it finally releases on the console I play the most, which is the Xbox Series X, and it's on sale for a hefty discount. Now, remind you guys, Godfall originally launched at $69.99, $70 game on a PS5. It's it released on Xbox a couple weeks back at only $29.99. I'm not sure if it's still on sale. I think the regular price is going to be is $40. I got it for $30, and pretty much Xbox Rewards damn near pays for that. So I want to talk a little bit about it because I've played the game. I've completed the main game. I want to say maybe within like 17 to 20 hours. Did some of the DLC content, did some side stuff, and I'm still actually playing the game. But I wanted to give you guys my opinions, my thoughts on Godfall and where it stands, and was I really too harsh on the game? Now, looking back, I didn't play a whole lot of it on the PlayStation 5. I kind of just booted it up, saw with the graphics, did a boss fight, wasn't really happy, and honestly, I kind of just wanted to get back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 60 frames per second on the Xbox. So my time with it was short-lived. Returned it because, like I said, it had this bug on one of the boss fights, and I got to play it on Xbox. And dude, I expected to boot it up and probably drop it, but I couldn't put the game down. I could not put the game down. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say I loved it. I think it's amazing, but I will say you gotta give it a try. I think it would have did wonders had it launched in Game Pass. I think it should have launched in Game Pass. I think that was the best bet for this game. But $30 doesn't hurt. Now let's talk about the story. The story is very, very generic, right? And it's you play as I think his name is Orin, and he's somewhat of a god, right? You go against your brother who's pretty much ascending to be, a god, right? And the thing is that he's trying to retrieve the power of whatever. I apologize for like the lack of terminology for the game, but pretty much he's going to retrieve the power to become a god, and they're afraid he's going to destroy, the universe, and he's already have a path of destruction leading the way on his journey. So your goal is to pretty much keep that from happening, and in the process, you're probably going to have to beat your brother or kill him. So the story, like I said, there was no drive. The story didn't provide for me a drive to keep playing. I thought the voice acting was I thought the world was a little boring, but I did find the gameplay satisfactory, and I thought the visuals were great. I played this game in both performance mode and resolution mode on the Xbox. I know in performance mode there's 120 frames option. I didn't really get to activate it. I tried, but I was like, you know what, whatever. I played the performance mode. It runs buttery smooth at 60 FPS. I played the resolution mode. Looks great. The performance is shaky, but if you have a VR display, which I do have two, and I found it passable. I played, I want to say about 60% of the game in resolution mode and found the performance passable. But when it came down to the last few bosses and whatnot, I went to performance mode and kind of just wanted to have that tight combat, that responsiveness. And the game, like I said, the game is pretty decent. Now, when I say the gameplay is satisfactory, I think it could have been a lot better. Now, this is the first game I've played from start to finish since Elden Ring. So right now I'm a bit biased. I'm still stuck into that like that Souls like combat that I want, and I felt like this game had an opportunity to be. I think this game should have aimed to be more of a Souls clone than a Melee Destiny. This game is more so is sold as a games as a service game, where it's like, you know, after you beat the main game, there's a whole lot of content for you to do in co-op, different challenges, different bosses, different areas and whatnot. It's geared towards that. And the gameplay, like I said, it does become repetitive. There's different things you can unlock, different skins, different weapons. I have a ton of things unlocked. Got a lot of legendary items, a lot of rare items and stuff. And like I said, I do see myself going back to it. But what I wish this game offered was more so of a Souls clone, because the game at times has its difficulty. The boss fights are done right. It does require, you know, good timing, parrying, dodging, blocking, timing your attacks. And I felt with a game this gorgeous and their combat system, you can get away you can get away with being like a generic storyline or bad voice acting, a boring world if your boss fights are great and if your combat is tight. And I feel like they should have went all the way of the Souls clone rather than partial. So a couple of issues I have with the combat. I didn't like how it wasn't free flowing. There's not a standard jump button. You can't free jump. You can only jump when prompted. So certain areas of the map have to be, you know, marked with this special marking for you to be able to jump. And it's kind of like a, you know, it's not like a live jump. It's like it's a pre-rendered jump. The combat, like I said, doesn't feel as free. Sometimes it feels clunky. It feels like like slow, and where I wish it was a little bit more free flowing as like a Souls game, because I feel like it does offer the difficulty. It does set you up to fight like that. The control scheme is even set up a little bit like that for you to for it to like kind of mirror the Souls. Like, it's just not all the way there, and I think this game would have shined if it kind of just borrowed a little bit more from the Souls like game. Visually, I thought the game looked great. I think it looks awesome. I think the graphics is definitely up there. I have no problems with that. But all in all, I found the game fun. I found the game very fun, and like I want to play. I want to continue. I want to go through each part of the map and just continue to get things and unlock achievements, get the next strongest weapon. It provides a lot of content, and I played 75% of the game solo and played the last 25% of the game in a co-op with a complete stranger thanks to the Xbox LFG. I was struggling on a boss, and the dude came in clutch with me, and he, you know, helped throughout the last quarter of the game, and I thought that works. And I've only done co-op with like maybe me and another person. I think it's a max, maybe 3 players or so, co-op. But I have to say, I recommend Godfall on Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X. I recommend this game. I know I shitted on it. I know I said it was bad. I know I said it was like trash, and it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Playing it on PlayStation, playing it on Xbox, there's no difference in the load times. The respawns is just as quick. It works just the same. Visually, I think it looks better on Xbox, and I think it performs better on Xbox, but that could be me being biased. I haven't played Godfall on PlayStation 5 in over a year, so I'm not sure if it received any updates to perform better or to look better, but I know on Xbox, I felt like it looked like it got some sort of an upgrade. I don't know if it's the Dolby Vision. I don't know if it's the VRR in resolution mode. I'm not exactly sure. But overall, man, there's a lot to this game. It has a lot of content. I can't complain about it. The Ultimate Edition does come with also the expansion that came out already, some extra skins. There's a great deal of weapons and weapon types in this game. Enemy types, you got 3 different areas that you go. Well, there's multiple. There's 3 main areas. It's like air, water, and like a fire area is kind of post main game. I feel like it's the same type of enemies, just they're just reskinned. Bosses are there's some uniqueness to them, but there's different type of bosses. You can do these things called hunts where you kind of fight the bosses you came across, and they're just buffed up a little bit to give you a bit of a challenge, or you fight against different enemy types, a little stronger enemy types that are buffed up to be a worthy boss fight. And I thought those were pretty good because you'll do these hunts, and what the hunts do, if you complete the hunts, it allows you these debuffs, these different perks you could bring into the main boss battle. And if you don't do them, you can't use some of your perks like having extra health or use your flag, which buff up your damage or buff up your health or stuff like that. This game offers a lot of replay value, and that's one thing I can appreciate about it, because even when I finished the game, I didn't feel done. I still feel like I had a lot to do, or a lot that I can do to get the most out of it. And I definitely appreciate it. But like, this is a good game to run in co-op. I spent literally my Easter Sunday playing Godfall, and I didn't regret any of it. I enjoyed the game, man. I thought it was a guilty pleasure, but no, it's a legit good game, and I definitely have to recommend. If you guys wanted me to put a score on Godfall, I know it got a bad Metacritic score, but I would give Godfall honestly probably a 74. This is like a 7.4, 7.5 out of 10, because it's not as bad as it's sold. I think it gets the visuals right. I think the combat is somewhat there. The story, you can live without it. But I feel like with all the content that they provide post game, beyond the main game, it really doesn't matter, and I feel like they did a good job putting this package together, and I look forward to playing it some more. But that's my review. Godfall on Xbox Series X. Kid Smooth, Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I'm out of here. Peace.